Hello students, good morning. In last class we talked about the first organ of alimentary canal, that is the mouth, and we also discussed the parts of the means what are the things which are found in the mouth. So mouth I told about the mouth have the um, tongue, teeth and salivary glands. So in this page you can see I also discussed about the different function of all these parts which are found in the mouth, like tongue, salivary gland and teeth. So I told about the teeth in the last class. I discussed about the tongue and I discussed also about the salivary gland, but today I will give the more focus on the salivary glands. So these are the glands which are found in the buccal cavity, and these helps in secreting the certain enzymes which are helpful for digesting the food. So now question arises, which kind of enzyme secreted by the salivary gland? So salivary gland secrete salivary amylase, or it is also called as the ptyalin. Salivary amylase is also called as the ptyalin. Means salivary glands secrete an enzyme called as salivary amylase or ptyalin. Now what is the function of this enzyme? What this enzyme do for in the digestion process? So this salivary amylase helps to convert sugar into the maltose. In some book it is also given carbohydrate into the simple sugars. So both are the right. You can also say that this salivary amylase convert starch into the maltose, or sugar into the maltose, or carbohydrate into the lower sugars. Okay, so and this tongue is also having the taste bud. In the last class I told, which tell us about the salt, sour, bitter, all these different kind of taste is tells by the our tongue. And why the tongue is able to tell? Because tongue have the taste buds. Second point is given about the esophagus. Esophagus is also called as the food pipe. Means it connect to buccal cavity to the our stomach. Means whatever the food we are eating, we are masticating into the mouth, that is taken to the stomach through esophagus. So esophagus is a pipe like structure which connect the buccal cavity to the stomach. Okay, so it is given there, esophagus connect the mouth cavity with the stomach and is also called the food pipe. It runs along the neck and the chest. And one more thing, no digestion takes place here. Means digestion is not takes place in the where? In the esophagus. Esophagus only helps to transfer the food from the mouth to stomach. Understood? So this esophagus does not help in the digestion process. It only helps to transfer the food from mouth to the stomach. It runs along the neck and the chest. Next thing is given about the stomach. What is a stomach? Stomach is a J-shaped muscular bag-like structure that is found in our abdomen. Means it is a bag-like structure and it is made up of the muscles, tissue. So that's why it is the muscular bag-like structure. And if you will see the structure of the stomach, so it is the J-shaped. Okay. Now the role of the stomach in the digestion. Stomach helps to secrete the gastric juice, and stomach also helps the HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid provides the suitable medium for the digestion, or it is providing the suitable medium for the action of the enzymes which are secreted in the stomach. As it is given here, the stomach is a muscular bag lying in the upper abdomen. Here the food is churned and converted into a semi-solid paste. The stomach secretes a digestive juice called gastric juice and hydrochloric acid. Means stomach secretes two things. One is the gastric juice and hydrochloric acid. Protein present in the food are digested by the gastric juice partially. Means protein is not fully digested in the stomach. Partially it is digested by the gastric juice. And one more very important thing is arise here, that if the as we are knowing, HCl is a very dangerous. If any drop of the HCl will fall on the your skin, then it will burn that particular part. So why the HCl is not burning or causing any damage in our stomach? This is due to the mucus layer. Our stomach have the mucus layer which prevent from the HCl. Okay. Next, as it is given here, small intestine. Small intestine is the large than the large intestine. Its name is the small intestine only, but in length it is the large than the large intestine. And this small intestine is the site of complete digestion. Means here the complete digestion takes place. Here the fat is also digested, and protein, carbohydrate, everything is digested here. Means it is the site of complete digestion. And next thing, this is the site of absorption also. Whatever the things we are digesting, after digestion the good things will also produced. So that is absorbed in the small intestine only. So small intestine is the site of complete digestion and complete absorption. Okay. Then large intestine, and this large intestine do not carry any function regarding the digestion process, but it helps in absorbing certain salts and excess of the water from the undigested food. Next thing is given about the rectum. The undigested waste material passes into the rectum from the large intestine, where it is stored as semi-solid feces or semi-solid material. The fecal matter is passed out through the anus. So the most important part in the alimentary canal is the intestine. Intestine is the site of complete digestion and complete absorption. So tomorrow we will discuss about, in the next class we will discuss about the digestive juices, which kind of juices are secreted by which organ and what are their functions. Understood? So revise the content properly and stay home, stay safe. Thank you.